This nice, peaceful, ambient music here in the Divide. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Donkey Kong Bonanza. Last time, we managed to complete the freezer layer in its entirety. We will be going back there later for more bananas, but until then, we need to go down to the other side of the layer because we can't really get the junction done without doing so. So, here we go. Diving down this hole. Onward through another pit. So, this pit's a bit different. There's a lot of extra roots. There's a lot of extra things in the area, the roots. You can destroy the roots if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can actually stop yourself with the A button in order to skydive and slow down your descent. This allows you to get more gold easier. However, the gold in this layer and area is quite tiny in comparison to the gold in other layers, so keep that in mind. Welcome to the Forest Layer, Terrain Strength 3 and Sub-Layer 600. And while we're diving down the pit... Okay. Beaky Thicket is actually an interesting place to branch into the Forest Layer. The Forest Layer is probably one of the layers that you're going to have a little bit difficulty going through because of the fact that the layer is so spread out, especially when the ground is full of poison. You land in poison, you lose HP rapidly, or you die instantly. It depends on the situation, but I think you're dying more often. Hello, what do you have to say? Oh, we have guests. Welcome, welcome. It pains me to say, but a rather vexing chap by the name of Void came through here not long ago. A wicked thorn infestation and flooded of poison have plagued us ever since. What's that? You're on the hunt for that very Void fellow? Why, you should make your way to the Eggshell Hotel then. I'm sure the elder will be keen to assist you in this endeavor. Looks like we're meeting ostriches. That's what happens when you give them a high five. Their clothes basically shed and they're basically like, you know, whatever. This is the words of a wise. This seed has mysterious powers. When striking a tree, a branch will grow from the very spot it touches. Hope you find this useful during your stay. It is very useful. Anyway, chest. Gold, okay. More important than gold, though, is the new fossil of this layer. Wanna know what it is? A beaver, a Donkey Kong beaver. It's an enemy from the older games. A classic in the Donkey Kong series. Now, outright speaking, this layer's difficulty only comes from the fact that there's a lot of separation. So, yeah, you're going to want to keep eye out wherever the area is. Otherwise, you're going to fall off and land in the poison. That's the only thing I can really say about this layer that's really that bad. Besides that, though, the layer itself is pretty fun, all things considered, given the fact the amount of terrain you can go through. However, the only issue is that there are limits to preventing you from going all the way up, like those purple vines. Purple vines are undestroyable. And another getaway spot. Let's build a getaway. One getaway on this map. Now comfort level 1. Let's go behind the tree before we do that because there's actually a fossil here. Now there is achievements for destroying wood, so you're gonna have to do that later, but until then, let's see what Pauline has to say while going into sleep.
Awesome acoustics. I bet I'd sound even better if I aim for the back wall. Oops, forgot it's sleepy time. Sorry.
It depends on the area, but usually acoustics are different. Regardless, climb all the way up to the top of this, by the way, because there's actually a reward for you at the end of this. Punch the wall open, and you see you're even farther up. Now, you can climb the trunk all the way to the top, because there's actually something up here. However, it's mostly just gold. So yeah, extra gold, extra free gold, whatever the case. Oh yeah, usually I don't collect gold like this, so I can actually just get away with it, but it's pretty much fine to go through this normally. But until then, let's just go slap some sense into this. Let's go and, oop, hello, gold, 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 gold. There we go, gold. And boop. And if that's done, let's go climb down. Now, there's Chip Guy over there, and there's actually more of these nuisances. Hey, stop that. A music CD, I need to get that. Get me over here. Having weird luck lately. This is another one of those chip enemies, so it's not exactly much of a threat. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Die! Now, what you have to do for this little banana over here is simple. Grab wood, then throw it at that, and then grab the item needed for the seed, throw it at wood, and you're good to go. Very straightforward and simple. That's something that's an entire gimmick of this layer. Another skill point. Now, I do recommend saving your skill points again. Reason being is coming up, there's a new power. Since we already heard of an Elder, it should be obvious why there's a new power. Now, until then, let's head back down where we were at before, because I don't like skipping past areas we're not supposed to. So, let's land safely. We're at the very beginning again, so we can actually see there's actually something down here, but we can't go that way. However, we're going to go past this for the tree trunk over here, because punch through it entirely, as you see. You can avoid the roots of the spines and thorns. You can see squirrels and whatnot, however, there is a banana at the very top of this. Banana, view from the Featherfall Isle. This is a great view. In fact, I think it's better that we have a photo opportunity. Alright, I'm happy now. I wanted a photo just for the sake of it, and I wanted to focus and make sure I get the photo just right. Alright, so let's continue on and go through this way, and then go our way it's supposed to go. Now, you just gotta throw it over this way to actually get the item in question. And wood. Alright, nice. Alright, new enemy. These guys are undestroyable by nature. If you jump on them, you can jump on them. You can destroy their actual section to kill them permanently. Or at least for a little bit. They don't die permanently, though. Underneath, there's a banana. Under the Featherfall Isle. Good. One more banana down the drain. Let's go try to do this because it leads us to another pathway. However, there's nothing really over here. It's just another dead end. So with that done, let's ignore it for now and then go on our way. It's actually following us from above. However, it's only able to stay in this one route and it can't escape that route no matter what. It's annoying? Yes, it's very annoying, in fact. It can destroy a lot of pieces of terrain, and it is a very big annoyance when walking around the area and map. So you're going to want to keep an eye out when you deal with this. Now, there's another way to get back up there, so this is pretty much the only reason you want to go that way. Hello, and pull this out. It takes you where you're supposed to go to get that banana, but I don't really need to do that now that I've already gotten the banana, so there's no real point in doing so. So let's go and ignore it for now, and then go on the way we're supposed to go. More vines. These red vines can be destroyed, though. However, keep an eye on the fact that these vines are a pain in the neck to deal with the first time you get here. Now, there actually is something down here you want to hit. If you want to climb through the wall, there is a fossil. This fossil is a pig. Remember the checkpoint pig from Donkey Kong Country Returns? Well, it's that guy. And there's a sign here. Belto keeps handbook. Mysterious tree seeds. Let's read. The Forest Layer is renowned for its mysterious seeds, and many of our guests will want to learn about them. When educating visitors, be sure to let them know that the seeds stick to not only wood targets, but all trees. Interesting. And I might as well show up a little trick. If you just sing a little bit, then punch it, it pops instantaneously. Straightforward, simple, very easy. Let's go grab this, and then use it at the wood. And now we can actually get across back to the beginning again. However, there actually is something you want to go for. Punch through this wall. Challenge arena.
Let's do this.
Squealoid times 5. These are thorn squealoids. Not fun, aren't they? Knock them off the map if you can. That's pretty much the main thing you want to do. I made a combo going. Hooray! Hey, Squealoid, your last one. Your brethren are all dead. Ha 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 ha. Banana. Going for a throwdown, and we're out. Now, the layer can be the shortest of the layer or the longest, depending if you want to go through the entire thing and get all the bananas at once. I'm personally going to do a 50-50, where I'm basically going to try to get as many bananas as possible, but not basically overblow it like I did a few other times before. Believe me, I've had to cut videos through in order to get the bananas done, but I really don't want to overstay it because of this, so there's that involved. Regardless, though, more beavers. Actually, the beaver's name is not a beaver or Donkey Kong beaver. It's rather in the game called a naughty. Kind of a silly enemy, not exactly much of a threat. It's a basic enemy in the Donkey Kong Country series, but regardless of that, hello. That enormous egg over yonder is our hotel. I work there along with many fine feathered staff members. If you wish to speak to the general manager, she's on the top floor. She's also this layer's elder. Alright, so let's head down where we're supposed to go.
There's a path down there. Let's jump.
Yeah, just jump. Forehead. There we go. And there's actually a rectum over here. What a thud you landed with. You rocked our world. Let us guess, you're looking for the Eggshell Hotel? Yes, I am. If so, you should head to Bellhop Burp. That's where the hotel staff hangs out. Awesome. Thank you so much. Anyway, come up this way. There's chips over here, but not only that, there's a vine. Now we can actually make a vine. And now, if you want to get an extra banana over here, you can actually do this. Go over the wood, throw it over there, and then it'll create a pathway with the vine. Be careful, though, by the way, because there is a whole section between. You might be panicked when you first get there. However, you can actually see that you can land safely. Ostrich's back snack. Another banana has been acquired. And let's go this way. Another challenge banana has been taunting me now, and I can actually see it over there. Let's go and fight it. Hey, okay, whatever. There we go. Buzzoid times 2. Kind of small amount of Buzzoids, right? What was the reason for that? Throw the roots, line it up, and then you're good to go. You can't throw anything, but I recommend just grabbing the boxes at the end of it and then throwing at them. There are actually terrain in there, but it doesn't really matter because their weakness is just being thrown at. It's pretty much a breeze of a challenge battle arena. See to success. See to succeed, in fact. Another skill point added, 7 skill points. We could get another ability, but I'd rather wait on that. As easily as I could, just getting increasing my punching strength so that way I don't have to worry about breaking down walls and whatnot, and I don't have to be taking forever for it. I'd rather not. Now, there is Buzzoids down there, which are a little bit annoying. There's actually a stone Buzzoid as well. Not only that, there's one of a fossil, but at the same time, I don't need to worry about that. If you head back down, and then climb all the way over to where another one of these constructoids are, you can actually build yourself a cannon that takes you all the way back to Featherfall Isle. Useful to get back around. Of course, teleporting pretty much makes everything a non-issue, but it's still there nonetheless to make things easier. There's a fossil here. Let's go grab this another pig.
Great job.
Ow! Okay. Ow, yeah. Poison. Alright, that's it. I see how it is. I see how it is. Get out of here. Alright, I'm happy that's dead, but man, I do not like that. That was not fun. These guys can be very annoying on your first trip, so you want to be careful of them because they destroy terrain like nothing else. And because of that, you gotta be careful. Anyway, there is a way through there with the beavers. However, we cannot climb up this. So yeah, let's ignore it for now and instead go where we're supposed to go by going around and then just climbing all the way up. Now, there is a actual construction area again, and we can actually build another getaway. Let's go build another one.
It's our
And now we have 2 getaways. We now make cover on level 2. And we can actually get ourselves another rock shade getaway. Let's go check out what Pauline has to say. Resting at this getaway.
Hey, DK, are you awake? There's all that poison water out there and a huge poison waterfall. If it gets any worse, the hotel's in big trouble. Maybe the hotel staff could just turn the poison into a good thing. You know, like make a tourist attraction out of it. To your right, please enjoy a scenic view of the world's largest natural waterfall of poison. And no stay at the Eggshell Hotel is complete without buying a souvenir bottle of all-natural poison. This idea seemed a lot smarter before I said it out loud.
Understandable. Understandable indeed, given the fact that ideas sound better out in your head than outside your head. Believe me, I've had that happen. Let's get another getaway, and we can talk to the trusty Tone here to actually get the chip shop again, and in order to get ourselves a banana, because for this layer, we need to get one. Rock on. Here's a banana. Oh, banana. And let's give him a 10 gold tip. There we go. Now, let's climb up and go all the way up to the top, and then we're good to go. There's multiple ways you can go, however, our course, really, I say we just grab the vine and then head to the actual location we need to go to. Touch the vines, and then let's go across. I did okay. I fell off when I didn't mean to. Okay. Let's get the banana first. Bellhop, burp, we are here. Indeed, welcome, welcome, one and all. There is a vine around this location, so let's go and grab it while we can. The game does say outright for the stats, we're gonna need to destroy a lot of wood, so yeah, not fun. There is vine root over here. Let's go grab it, and then we head all the way over to here. As you see, another one of the banana on an aisle. Let's go over across, and then get ourselves the other banana that has been taunting us. Banana, bird's eye view of the bellhop. And then we go across again, and then we head over to the new gate that we can see over there that's taunting us as well. Boom. Okay, let's go.
Challenge accepted.
Bramble Country. Bramble Country seems to be based on Bramble Blast from Donkey Kong Country 2. The layer does sound soft and simple, and you're right. There are buzzoids around the map, just do not hit into them because you will take damage. And then head outside this cannon, and then head this way, and then head that way, you get more chips. Now you want to head to the right. That's where you want to go. However, if you head left a little bit, instead of heading that way, you want to go this way and instead head to the left cannon. And then head out, and then head back down again. There is a way up to another cannon. You can actually aim top left and aim this way to get some more gold. And while you're doing this, I recommend waiting a bit. You just want to relax and wait until the thing's at a certain point. Like right here. There we go, there we go, there we go, and there we go. And if you mash the button, you're pretty much good to go. Head to the right instead, get gold as well in this way. And this way, this way, this way, and then land back down on this, and then this way. These vines are undestroyable, so do not bother in Bramble Country. Now let's dive down here and actually get rid of the stupid terrain. Honestly, these terrain can be very annoying on my first trip here. However, we're good to go. Barrels over here. Drop gold. Pretty good. I hit something. I don't know how I hit something. Whatever. Blasting through the brambles. Done with that one. And let's dig downward. Come here. I want to grab you. And grab the rock because you actually want to grab it in order to destroy the vines over here. There we go. All done with the vines, and then we can actually stomp this and get rid of it. However, a good recommendation is actually to throw it into the cannon because it will throw it back and forth into other cannon bots, and then it actually be good to go. There we go. Nice one. Now you want to head into the cannon, fire yourself out, and then head to the right first, head out, and then you want to head into a direction I would recommend going. Head left first. Then instead of firing, ZL to exit. You'll launch yourself into the middle cannon to get yourself a hidden banana. Back of the brambles. This is actually in the background, so we can actually get us another skill point. 8 skill points down. More to go. And we're done with that. Do not aim for the vines. You will actually hurt yourself. Those vines pretty much are impossible to touch, so try not to touch them. That's my only recommendation when it comes down to the vines. Head this way if you want to get more gold. Pretty straightforward and simple. Now let's go out to that cannon, into this cannon, and then zip out, and then climb in there, fire yourself back out, and then we can avoid the getting hit by spines again. Those vines will hurt you, so don't bother. That's the only thing I say outright. Now you want to dive in downward into this, because otherwise you're going to get yourself hurt. Alright, destroy this. Okay, we're good. Some dirt. Fire yourself out. Extra hearts, but that's always good. Aim upward first, aim left. Now aim left. Jump, time it so we don't accidentally attack the buzzoids. Otherwise, it'll be good to go. Now you want to go this way because there actually is an opportunity to get an actual free stuff. If you aim back up and then do this way, go back ZL, there are vines here. Destroy the vines, and then you can see yourself getting yourself actual more stuff to get. More chips. Pretty good to get, given the fact you need more chips in order to get more bananas. Now, wait for it. Wait for it. Good. Fire. Wait for it. Fire. 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 We're good to go. And now we fire ourselves out of the rest of these cannons and reach the end to reach a banana. Oh, banana. Beat the brambles. All done on this one. Now let's continue on and going forward. A nice breakaway from the action. Now I'll say this outright. However, not done yet. There's a getaway over here, and there's a smashing stat over here. Hey, big fella. Smash your 30,000 layers of thorns. Be a banana. Okay, I can't really do much, but it's fine to do that later. But let's go and actually get out of here, shall we? Let's check the barrels. Okay, we need to destroy vines on wherever. We haven't really had many opportunities to destroy them. Another one of these Exploratone verses. The air here is thick with the pleasant smell of plant life. We are surrounded by grass so tall that it tickles as we walk through it. In the distance, we can see a large nest sheltering its eggs amidst the deep blue waters of the lake. All these sights and scents taken together combine into a tableau of incredible beauty. It soothes our spirit. Must be nice. I don't see a lake. I see just poison. Thanks, Void, for ruining the picturesque area. Another getaway spot. Let's go build another one. And 3 getaways done. Now we can actually increase our comfort level. Let's check to see what Pauline has to say for this one.
Hey, DK, are you awake? My arms feel different. I think my grip has gotten stronger. I tried to drink some juice just now, but the straw broke in my hand like snap. Hanging onto your back all the time must be a better workout than I realized. Sorry, little straw. Good night.
Looks like that Pauline is bulking up.
Got some goodies.
By the way, right near the getaway, if you actually take the time to look for it, banana. You want to head through this way and see a banana right here, and you can actually hit it to destroy it. Found in the ostrich flock. There's also a chest here, but that's guaranteed. Another map. Let's get the fossil map and see where it goes. Probably in the beginning. Yes, it is. I'm not going to bother with many of the fossils in the map unless I have to go for them, and we're pretty good to go. So actually go back to the top. If you climb all the way up, there's an ostrich here, and there's also a fossil here. Maybe a hotel employee, but I'm still an ostrich through and through. There's a glittering item on that tree branch, and it's utterly mesmerizing. Customer service will have to wait. That one we can't get to yet. In fact, it's going to be very hard to get there right now. Unfortunately, no matter how much you want to, getting there is quite the impossibility right now until you actually have a way to climb over to this branch without having to touch thorns. Ignore it for now. Let's go ahead and hit this pig, because it's actually what you want to hit. And now we can land in the back into the town. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to do that. Whatever. You must have been quite tired. What's with making your way this far down? And you're in a world, you see. The terrain gets harder the deeper you go. And it's just you open your skills menu with the up button and level up your punch power. We're already at 3 punching power. We can already break terrain we don't need to worry about. There's actually hotels around here that we can actually go through. However, there is one in particular, the stuff shop. However, I'm going to say outright, as much as I want to do the self shop, as much as I really do want to, the caveat is it's a little bit of a spoiler, but really where it's kind of obvious at this point. We're going to go to the Underworld Stuff Shop and actually get ourselves something of fossils. Now, I can't afford everything. Unfortunately for me, I can't. The bow toy I wouldn't recommend getting it because it's actually pretty good. Now, I'm not going to worry about the poison damage. I am going to actually go for the poison britches in a second. However, actually, I have a good idea. Let's get the yellow britches first, and then let's go get Pauline a new outfit. There we go. Let's change into our new attire. I'll cut ahead. All done dressing ourselves up. Don't we look fabulous? Now, we're done with that. Actually, we can talk to this ostrich over here, because if it's the Eggshell Hotel you seek, just launch from here, a flap of the wings, and you'll be there in no time. One problem. I apologize. I see now you are quite flightless. In that case, please head to the big tree over there and climb to the top. You have our objective. Now, before you go that way, there are vines over here blocking your pathway. Now, grab something to destroy them, or you can be smart about this and just not bother. Definitely, dear guest, I don't care. I'm gonna go dig. More of these guys, however, I don't care as much as DK. Concrete, annoying, but not really all that bad. Anyway, let's destroy the rest of these guys. There we go. Punch. There we go. All done. All done with that, and we can actually open the key. Now, if you recall correctly from the previous layer, we can see sneak peeks of the next layer. You can dive down here to see that this is another one of those sneak peeks. A view of Moss Plum Marsh. It shows us 501 a little bit, and as you can see, I can't see much because it's just poison. Yeah, not exactly the best thing in the world. By the way, there's a sign here. Now those Kokil's handbook, the art of hospitality. We ostriches possess long legs and lengthy necks, and so we can't help but look down upon many of our visitors. Still, we must never lose sight of our mission to make every guest feel like the tallest guest in the hotel. What a nice segment. Dive. Let's go. As Pauline said before, she was building up muscle strength. Yeah, I mean, hanging onto a gorilla does help a lot. So, it's actually pretty good that we got that done. Now, there actually is stuff around the actual map, so let's go check this out. However, I think it's more of our priority to just go where we're supposed to go. This factoid only talks about surfing, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Let's go ignore it for now. How are you not broken? Thank you. Thank you. Sheesh. There is more bananas down here, by the way, in case you take the time to check. Take this thing and then surf. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Stop grabbing that. Well, that destroyed it. Thanks, game. Thanks a lot for grabbing the wrong thing again. You really are great at that. Not trying to grab mud, but I was trying to grab that, but whatever. And take a toy times 5. Activate DK Bananza. This makes the whole thing a lot easier because concrete is a pain in the neck to go through. What you're supposed to do is grab the concrete from these guys and take it away and destroy the walls. But I'm not really too concerned by it. There we go. We're all done with that. Yucky yard. Boom. And we're free.
That was fun.
A banana is located down here. I want it. Pull this out. Hey, you can get yourself the banana. However, there's also that stupid nuisance that's being annoying if we don't run. Mired in the mud. All done with that one, and we got another skill point. Eesh, that was annoying. This guy can never stop. At least we're out of the way of that guy. Now, if you climb all the way up, there actually is tree branches around here. You can actually climb yourself and see where you're going. If you punch this wall over here, there's another beaver, so it's actually pretty good to get. But more importantly, guess who it is? Is that Cranky I see off in the distance? Yes, it is. Oh, look whose big hairy mug finally turned up. Hey, is that all you have to say? Listen up and listen good. It'd serve you well to hear this. Do you know why I'm down here, eh? Well, I'll tell you. It's because a certain big shot was the lyric of duty. When I heard there was a banana bandit on the loose, I knew who to blame. Just had to suss out where he ran to hide.
But my job wasn't done there.
No, sir. See, the so-called leader of the bunch was away for a frolic in the mines. You get what I'm saying? I had to leave our comfy island to be the hero. Just because you weren't around. Phooey. It should have been you riding Grimby all the way down here to avenge those stolen bananas, not me. What a rotten crook. He thinks he's such a big shot, flaunting his mindless flunkies everywhere he goes. If I was in my prime, I'd knock those goons out with a single barrel toss. Anyway, I'm pooped. Lecturing is tiring some work. That's all I have to say for now, and you can bet that'll change. Here, I got something for you. Oh, banana. Course rant done. Now, there actually is actual challenge around here, but we're actually going to ignore that for now. Let's go climb up this again, because there actually is a enemy, not an enemy, but rather a fractone. Go on, try to take it from us. Okay. Okay. Destroy him, and you're good to get it. And wahoo, there is no stopping you. Yep, pretty much. Anyway, slam into this and grab it. As you see, you're supposed to get over there. However, you can climbing speed is slow. What you want to do is instead throw this at the wood and then create a fine pathway. Pretty simple, straightforward, and simple. Honestly, pretty good. All good to go. Now another banana for us. I won't be going out of my way for too many bananas. I just want to get the bananas out of the way I know I can get out of the way. That's actually pretty short and simple. If the banana is completely out of the way and something that's pretty much over-needed, I'm not going to bother. I will go after bananas in the future, but until then, we're going to be going down again. Grab this again, and then as you see, there is a fossil here. Let's go and... no, okay. DK. Why is it never break when it needs to break in one hit? Whatever. If the game wants to be funny, it wants to be funny. DK! DK, thank you. Stupid mud. I hate mud terrain. Mud terrain's the worst. Okay. You want to be a pain. You want to be a pain. Got it.
Nice one.
Let it slam into the wall, and then you see mud at the very end of this. And there's actually a banana here. Tiny Isle in the wetlands. Now, you want to wait for the other one to respawn back in. However, mud. Now, you want to climb on this and then climb onto his back, and he'll roll back in eventually. However, we're pretty much good to go in our merry way. See, very simple. You want to get rid of these guys quickly? There's an easy solution. Gold on gold. Hello, how's it going? Straightforward, simple, and easy. Honestly, these guys are pretty much a joke when you want to hit them. There we go. More hearts and more gold. Now punch him again, and he's dead. By the way, if you head below, there's actually something around here. More of these is actually pretty good for another one of those items. That item pretty much refills your banana energy. I don't need it right now, but it's actually good to get. Now, I can climb up, please. Thank you. Jeez, the game likes being funny. Whatever. Let's get that out of the way. Now, as you see, there is still a lot of gold here. However, there's nothing else in this area, so we're good to go. Grab this, and then throw it at the wood. All good. And we can talk to them. However, there's something down here you want to grab. Punches open, boom bombs. As you see, another one of those vines. I recommend going for the vine first, but first, before that, fossil. Beaver fossil. Another one of the naughties. Grab this before you head over, because you're going to need this to get across. You're checking into the hotel, yes? Well, good news. You're almost there. Please do stay focused when climbing the big tree. Hazards abound of late, though I trust you can handle them. We should be able to. Now, you want to throw it at the wood, and you're good to go. This guy is a nuisance. Haha, sucker.
Nice one.
I've had it happen where I accidentally blew up the guy who Arcantone, which I don't want to do. Whatever. There's the build getaway. Let's build the getaway.
It's our getaway.
4 getaways in this layer. 3 comfort level again. However, there's something behind here if you want to grab. Hello, nice juicy banana. Oh, banana. Behind the big tree. Yep, all done with that. And there's actually a fossil on the other side. Pretty good. 2 for the price of 1. And smashing stats wood. Let's check to see if Pauline has anything to say about this getaway.
Tisk, tisk. Look at your feet, DK. They're covered in mud. You can't just barge in here and track dirt all over the... dirt. Oh, I guess I'm pretty muddy too, huh? Whoopsies. Good night.
I don't want to hear it, Pauline. I don't want to hear it. I know I'm muddy, but you're also just as muddy as me. Right this way to the Eggshell Hotel. Let's go this way. There are vines in the way, however, we can actually destroy them far easier. Smack. There we go. And smack. Hey. I'm trying to destroy you, and I don't understand why the game likes being funny. Yeah, mud. If you want to go ahead and go left, we can. Let's go check it at the left. There we go, beaver again, and there actually is another constructone we can actually make to get back to the big tree as much as possible. We'll go in there in a second, but until then, we're actually going to go climb up this in order to see what we have available to us. This does take us to something in the trailer, if you crawl correctly, but I'm not really getting too concerned by it. Grab this root, and then immediately head over this way. As you can see, another one of these we can't destroy, so let's drop this, and then let's punch this. All right, good. Thorn Hollow. As you know, Thorn Hollow is not exactly the safest place in the world. Let's know this, and as you see, there is definitely something wrong here. How goes wood over here? Throw out the wood. Clear yourself a vine path, and immediately head over to the top, as you see. Now destroy this and pull this out. Hello. Punch, punch, punch. What a pain, right? These vines here are going to be undestroyable, but thankfully don't that. And there's actually a banana here. A banana, pain in the neck. Another skill point down. We have at least 10 now. We still need more skill points, but I think I'm happy with what I have right now. You fall down below, as you see, there's a little hideaway over here. However, this is going to take a while, though. Mainly because vines. And unfortunately, I'm a bit meticulous about the vines, so this is not going to be fun for me. If you want to make this simple, you can actually just slam the boom bombs onto them, and you'll be good to go. You can actually pick them up and throw them where they're good. Regardless, though, I don't like these vines as much as the next guy. There we go. Okay, you, bozo. There we go. All right, all done with that guy. However, there's only apples here. You can slip by the thorns if you really want to, or you can be simple about it and just dig underneath them. Does not matter which way you pick. It just does not matter in the slightest. Okay. You are bothersome. I don't like these things. Hi, how's it going? There we go. Come here. I need your rock. I need your rock. I need your rock. This rock is actually quite good for us because we can actually destroy terrain now. And just punch our way through. DK, stop running around. I hate thorns. I really do. Ironically enough, this will probably beat up the amount we need to actually, you know, get through. But man, do I hate thorns. All right, you happy now, gold? I'm sick and tired of picking up gold I don't need. All right, yeesh. I know I get more gold every time, but really, this is annoying. I hate thorns entirely. It's like, what, cleaning up the blasted forest myself.
Hey, a banana!
Banana, let's go get the banana. Banana, sealed in the thorn hollow. All done with that? This took me a while the first time I came here, so yeah, not exactly too fun. There was more boom bombs at the end. I'm a dummy. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I knew it. I knew it. Of course you would do this in the very beginning. The very beginning, there's another banana.
A banana?
Protecting the thorn hollow. How bothersome, isn't it? We gotta destroy the wall to do the same thing. Really? Alright, whatever. I never want to come back there again. That place was ugly and smelly. Just go in the cannon and leave. Wee-hoo! We skip past a lot of the terrain we don't need to deal with. Hi, how's it going?
Nice one.
Nuisance. That guy was very bothersome, wasn't he? Grab vines, and let's climb back up again and actually see where we're going. We're halfway there. All right. Bravo. Now, instead of normal, just dig underneath. You can actually get yourself a pathway through. However, before that, hit punch up. Beaver. Very interesting and very useful. Anyway, great, take a break, and you can, but I really don't think we need to right now. Climb all the way up. As you see, more vines. Hey, where are you throwing those rocks for?
Steady.
All right, I really don't like these guys. They smell bad. That ruined it. There we go. We can actually climb up now. Although this is going to be a little bit more awkward because of that nuisance. However, we can actually build ourselves a cannon that will take us all the way up or destroy all the thorns at once. Thank goodness, construction complete. We now can build a barrel cannon at the bottom, which means we don't have to climb back up anymore. If you dig underneath, by the way, a banana sitting in the big tree. Pretty good. And pop yourself open. And let's go fire ourselves back up. It's here for a reason. Now you want to climb all the way up this as well because a banana.
A banana.
Honestly, they're in the easiest of spots, right? Delivering overhead. We are very close. Very close, in fact. In fact, we are so close we can almost taste it. Destroy that guy. And then I'm going to smack you out in the air. I don't care how unnecessary this is. I'm going to destroy them without having to worry about dealing with the nonsense.
There it is.
Now, you can actually go ahead and get this fossil over here. Another one of the fossils, and then a pig fossil. Good, we need this one out of the way. And then we can actually kill ourselves a rope, which means we don't have to even use the cannons anymore. We can just climb up. Of course, thorns are annoying. We're going to have to keep doing this in order to get rid of the thorns. Not exactly fun. There we go. Got rid of more of thorns at once. Man, I don't like thorns. Man, thorns are annoying. A chest? I didn't get lucky of that before. Break, open, thank you. Apples.
Wow. Eggshell Hotel, here we come.
Well, we're already at Eggshell Hotel. Pretty good. And let's fire ourselves out of the cannon. We have reached Eggshell Hotel.
Yes.
Banana, check in the Eggshell Hotel. 11 skill points. All right, we're done with all that. And We could meet the Elder. However, I think we're gonna end this off right here. Next time on Donkey Kong Bonanza, we will be talking to the Ostrich Elder. See you all next time.